go show off Tristram really quick. So here we have Tristram. Now, everything in Tristram is subject to change. Nothing is truly done yet. I might add variations on the roof. Originally, I was going to make him thatch, because that's kind of how they look in-game. Will you get out of here? Nobody likes you, nobody wants you. So we'll start over here. So we got Farnham here, chilling, hanging out, having a drink. I gotta change out his head. Anyways, I'll worry about that later. And then you have all of his dialogue in here. Gossip of Wirt, Gillian, Adria, Kane, Griswold, Pepin, Ogden, and the Butcher, which is some unique. He gives stuff for everything, but I wanted to put the Butcher in there. And then you have his house, coarse dirt, his bed. He's got a barrel underneath there. So a Farnham journal and some honey mead. And then in here you just have a bunch of empty bottles. And this entire area is spawn proof and protected. So like I don't have to keep it lit up because mobs can't spawn on paths and they can't spawn on leaves. And this took a bunch of spruce leaves. Over here we got Pepin, our wonderful cleric. He's got a totem of undying above him. We got some sword, you know, an axe for amputating. This is supposed to be a knife. Do it how you will, you know. Some blood. Nice little sink with a tap on there. Just some bottles with water in it. Nothing special. And then potions of healing that you can buy with his dialogue in there. So over here we got some patrons. I got to change out their heads too. I just put villager heads on them for now, but I'm going to do more advanced heads like this. And then Ogden, and his dialogue is in the book. And then we have Garda, Ogden's wife. She's technically the cook. I need to decorate the kitchen still. Oh yeah, let's stare at Deckard. So we got Deckard Cain. You know, stay a while and listen. You know, I think he actually looks pretty good. So this is all the quest dialogue. 32 pages of it. It was kind of a pain to do. So this is, I decided to make this the player house. I think it might be Deckard's, but I don't think it really matters because who knows. So the idea is that this was your place, but it's just not here anymore. So you had some potatoes, but they've rotted, so now they're poisonous. You had a little bit of art. Cobwebs are everywhere. You had a nice sink. You had an armor stand, but it's gone. And so you'll get this spring, much like Decked Out, where they can only use the items in the dungeon. They have to drop everything off, and I'm just going to give them some starting gear, and then they have to find everything else. And emeralds are going to be the currency. I have some emeralds in the dungeon already. And the dungeon is not super decorated, nor do I want it to be. I kind of want it to look pretty uniform because it's going to be so dark. So luckily, I think I may change this. We had to put the fences here so he couldn't walk over it. His hitbox is just big enough that he can't walk over this. I made all this in 1.16.1, but after they fixed it in 1.16.2, I had problems with villagers running places. But they can't get out of their doors if there's carpet in front of them, and he can't do it here because he runs into the fence. So like you can buy iron and chainmail from him, but you have to find all the emeralds. And then you can sell the rotten flesh and the string to Ogden and Pepin, because you're going to be killing zombies and such. So you got the crypt over there. I'm going to get some more cows, and I need to put the complete nut over there. And then you have the crypt over there. I'm going to get some more cows, and I need to put the complete nut over there. So you got the crypt over there. I'm going to get some more cows, and I need to put the complete nut over there. And then you have the crypt over there. I'm going to get some more cows, and I need to put the complete nut over there. And then you have the crypt over there. I'm going to get some more cows, and I need to put the complete nut over there. Not sure exactly how I'm going to do that or if I'm going to. I feel like the cow level would be a hard thing to pull off. Adria, you know, let's just continue the tour. So player stash building, this is where you're going to drop off all your gear, and this is where you'll pick up all of the gear that you're going to be using. So player stash building. And there's also beds up there and some other stuff. Got to get rid of that chest. Over here we got Jillian. And Jillian's a fisher, so that you can sell her string. I wanted 2 options for string, because ideally you'll get a bit of that. But yeah, I'm going to put maybe Zombie Cleo's or False's head on Jillian so that they look better. This is Wirt's old house. Got a spider eye in there, you know, just because why not? So here we have Wirt with the little Zedaf head. He's looking quality. He's looking nice. And so how I did it with this is there's a button on the side of the tree with a dispenser underneath the tree. It's freaking adorable. Well, thank you. And so you drop off the emeralds in here, you push the button, and it gives you an item. And, you know, of course, it has a potential, it could be a wooden sword, or it could be a diamond chess piece. You know, you just don't know. Though I think originally the best item you're going to get is like an enchanted iron. But 15 per gamble. So let's go check out Adria. Oh yeah, let me show it. No. I'll do the church after. I need to stop being distracted. I haven't decorated the inside of this. I only did the outside. But the inside I'm waiting on because I want to make sure that this goes. So this is going to be a shortcut to floor 4, right? So I didn't want to do anything here until I knew where floor 4 was going to be, which I still don't know. By the way, this took for frickin' ever to do. Because this all used to be like a huge wooded, slopey area with a river running through it. And so I had to level everything off and put the leaves down. All the trees are custom made, believe it or not. You know, these are all birch leaves on oak trees. That way the color is uniform because it crosses biomes. So anyway, this is Adria's hut. We got the cauldron here. There's a campfire under there that if you have a flint and steel you can light. And then Adria is a librarian that you can buy currently Infinity from. We'll see what happens. Are you going to set up a keycard system so they can use the shortcut? Yeah. So what's going to happen is when they get down to a certain level, there's going to be a chest with a lever in it, and I'm going to have iron doors separating. And so they can place the lever, open up the iron doors. And then for each one, there's going to be more and more iron doors. I just thought that would be the simplest way to do it. You don't, I mean, some fancy redstone I think would be nice too, but I don't know. I don't think it's too necessary. So this is the graveyard, and the gravestones took me a while to figure out. Simple and not laggy, exactly. Though this is a pretty powerful server. But because the thing I figured for the gravestones, like the little image for the fences, they're perfect, but when you place them, they're just sticks. And so I got some gray stained glass on either side with string on top, and then that gives it its gravestone look. And I don't think the glass is too intrusive. And it does, like, I think it looks like gravestones. Correct me if I'm wrong, but for a vanilla non-data pack added thing where anybody can do, I think that's pretty good. And then of course you have the slain townsman here. Of course. So this is the church. That is the symbol for the Herodrum. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but that's the symbol for the Herodrum, which I thought was fitting since the Herodrum made the labyrinth. These are books of instruction on how to play. You have your altar there, and then that leads down. So I was doing the double carpet trick here to try and make it so that a mob's gonna come up, but I need to put some bushes down or something, because obviously double carpet is not a thing anymore. So I'm using mossy cobblestone to denote stairs, and all of anything that's not a soul torch will be removed when I'm done. And so this is actually going to be very, very dark in here. And of course there's barrels. You got to trip over barrels. And when it's dark in here like this, like you really can't tell any texture, which is why I didn't bother decorating it too much. You know? And so that's why I'm not too worried about it, because I want it to be dark, and when it's dark you can't tell too much in the way of texture. So we'll come back up here. We got an organ back there, and then we'll go up and we'll check out the top of the town. So this way to the organ, you just come over here, you open up this door, bam, organ. Sit here, play all the stuff. Looks great. Then, now I fully admit that I'm not the best builder in the world. There's tons of people. Yeah, it really is like a huge mega project. But I know that I'm not the best builder in the world. There's tons of stuff for me to work on. So if you guys have ideas on different things, let me know. And I'll let you know if it's intentional or if I'm interested in doing that. So stairwell, I need to put a bell up here. Every time I come up here, I think about putting a bell. Ugh. But it's just such a non-priority. So you can look out, and in fact, just to remind people of what it looked like, and again, every single tree was customly placed or grown. So you can kind of see I tried to keep everything proportionate, tried to keep everything true to form. You know, we got that path there. Personally, I don't think it looks bad. I'm pretty happy with it, but let me go ahead and get rid of that. And let's get chat back up here. I'm a Diablo player, you know this. I'm addicted to it. I have to make it in Minecraft. If I can finish this before we reset the server again, I think next time I'm going to do the rogue encampment, which will be a lot less of a project. Still a project, but a lot less. Which will make me feel better, because I feel bad that I'm not working more diligently on this project.